All right, Bobcats, we're here opening drive with head coach Josh Strickland. This segment sponsored by Roof Masters and Bubba's 33 in Longview, Texas. Coach, we're going into 10th game of the year.
Can't believe that.
And it has just flown by.
Yeah.
Mount Pleasant coming up. Man, and I know we've asked this, your second year at Hallsville. And we'll go ahead and say it. I mean, pretty much locked in playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, what's this year been like, man?
Honestly, if I could have envisioned this year going any way, it would have kind of gone just like this, minus a few hiccups along the way. I mean, I would have envisioned us hopefully when I saw that we had a Week 10 bye. It's the exact same bye week that I had at my last school the last 2 years we were there, and I knew that it's really, really good to be locked in when you have that bye because you get a little healthy. You play one last district game, maybe have a little rust you have to shake off early, and then start the playoffs. So, I mean, if we would have had to play this game to get in, we'd be fine with it. But the fact that we've locked up a playoff spot before we play Thursday night is exactly how I would have drew it up.
It's crazy because you and I had the same exact conversation week 3 of the season. I was sitting in your office watching film, and we talked about the schedule. Marc was in there with me about having the week off. Yeah. Not only does it the injuries, you get time to heal up because I know Friday night we should have pretty much everybody back.
Yeah, I think everybody's good to go for Friday, minus a major injury we had earlier in the year, but everybody's good to go.
So Friday night, senior night.
We already had senior night.
Oh, we already had senior night.
And there's a reason we do that.
So I thought it was Friday night also.
Well, I think for band and drill and that.
Okay, my apologies, because that makes it tougher. Thursday night, excuse me, Thursday night. That would have made it tougher and easier, I guess, now that we're knowing the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, unfortunately, will be our last game at home this year. And the last game that those seniors play in that stadium, that's always a special thing.
Is it, Coach, and I know I probably know the answer before I ask this question, but know you having that playoff spot locked up.
Yeah.
Do you go into this game any differently?
No. We will be more aggressive, honestly, probably. The reason being is, you've heard me say probably 9 of the 10 weeks I've been on, an interview, we have to play our ball and play like we can and the best we can to have a chance. And the last thing you want is to not have momentum going into round one. We have to work on us. And the good thing is if we go out and we play well, we have a really, really good chance to win. Not taking anything away from Mount Pleasant. Those guys are scary good on film. So
if and this is one of them scenarios. Yeah. You get on top of them pretty good. Do you back off, or do you just stay with it? And I say that for the momentum. We talked about momentum, about the rolling into the next week. A good victory where you lay down a good tail kicking. That just makes you feel better going in the next week. Or do you say, all right, hey guys, let's just.
Honestly, I don't ever think about that because you've seen how many one-possession games we've had.
Yeah.
And it's more than likely it could come down another one-possession game. So being way ahead is, I think we get momentum with a win regardless if we win by 1 or we win by 30. But
through 9 games, you have scored 355 points.
Yeah.
You have given up 355 points.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty amazing statistic right there. And then the fact you're 6-3 going into it too, it shows that plays are happening at the right time.
We've won every one possession game we played in this year. And at the beginning of the year you hope you win one more, or you're plus 1 on all your 50-50 games, and you usually consider those 50-50 games your one possession games, and we've been fortunate to win all of them, which is a credit to our guys of always understanding what's at stake and understanding that it really doesn't matter as long as you have one more than they do at the end.
Well, I'll tell you this. Last year's team, how many one-possession games did we lose compared to your 50-50 last year was just the opposite.
Yeah, we lost some. You lost some one-possession games for sure.
So we go last year, we win 1 or 2 of those 50-50 games.
Yeah.
We're in the playoffs last year. So that's a credit to these guys
Oh, yeah, for sure.
figuring it out and turning the switch over.
Yeah, and I mean these guys. I mean every situation you put yourself in, these guys have done a good job preparing for those. So,
What unit, Coach, between your offense, your defense, special teams, which unit, if you had to pick one, and I know you're going to want to tell me all three, but if you had to pick one, are you more or the most proud of?
Honestly, I mean I think our special teams, being one that, because I think special teams is something that, as if you're going to be good at that as a team, everybody has to buy in and take pride in it. Special teams, you could have 66 starters. You got field goal, you got field goal block, punt return, punt. You got kickoff return. There's 66 different positions that you can earn a starting spot, and there's a lot of guys that may not play a lot on offense and defense that contribute a lot on special teams, and they take pride in that. And as a coach, I think that's probably the phase of football where it takes a team effort. So, and so I'm proud of that group.
Yeah, I know us in the booth, that's the group that we've been most impressed with. The offense was there last year.
Mm-hmm.
Special teams last year was atrocious. This year, they have done a great job for your defense, helping your defense out.
Yeah.
Huge block field goal.
But huge.
And you're able to kick off deep, punt in the same way. So that's, in my opinion, that's been your greatest.
They've done a great job of being consistent this year.
Yeah, they have. They've done a great job.
Last year we'd see a lot of good, but every once in a while they'd hurt. But this year they've been great. Coach, next time we see you, we're going to actually be having this in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I know coming from us, it's a great thing. Good luck to you against Mount Pleasant. Fans at home, opening drive, head coach Josh Strickland. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank y'all.